The topic of week 3 is interactive writing. It's one of the 4 instructional contexts for writing that you read about in chapter 2 of our text. It is identical to and proceeds exactly like shared writing, with one exception. The teacher and the students share the pen or the marker. The sharing of the pen is deliberate and strategic. By that, I mean that the teacher knows from previous data what each child knows and what each child is working on learning. When those teaching opportunities come up in interactive writing, those are the students that she calls upon. It's not pulling a stick out of a can so that every student in the room gets a turn. And the students understand this when you explain it to them. As the teacher and the students are working on the text, it calls student attention to sounds, to letters, to word structures. It gives the students ownership of the writing, and it holds their attention. In interactive writing, the teacher and the students create the text together. It's not a sentence starter the teacher has put on chart paper and the students are going to finish. It's often based on a common experience that they've all had in the classroom. It might be a response to a book. It could be a letter to an author. It could be something as simple as labels for your classroom. With early writers, when you are writing a sentence with interactive writing, you're rereading after every word so that the children can decide where to put the next word. The student should be saying the word slowly to hear the sounds, not segmenting sound by sound, but they're stretching the word out. They're saying it slowly. The students need to be attending to the spaces as writing. They need to be attending to matching their voice with the print. They need to be aware of directional movement of print. And they also need to be aware of that sound to letter information. Interactive writing is time intensive, but the instructional value is the foundation that children use for becoming writers. The goal of interactive writing is to shift the control to the children to become independent writers. This week, there is an excerpt from Stan Swartz's text, Interactive Writing and Interactive Editing, that I would like for you to read. There are also some videos in the introduction. There are 2 more videos from YouTube. And again, I want to caution about looking at videos on YouTube. They are not all created equally. There are some that are very good examples and some that are poor examples. The videos for this class have taken into account what Fountas and Pinnell think as strengths of the literacy framework. So that's why the videos were chosen. There is also a blog post by Caitlin Tucker, which explores using Google Docs with older students. You have 2 reading assignments from Reading Rockets. One pertains more to K2, and the second article is more 2 through 5, pertaining to interactive writing. This week, you're going to plan and implement an interactive writing lesson. You can teach this lesson to more than one child if you choose to. This is the lesson plan form. And I want you to be very specific about what your focus is. Are you focusing on mechanics? Are you focusing on phonemic awareness and phonics? Is it writer's craft? You have to link it to a standard. If an administrator comes in during interactive writing, they're going to want to know what standard you are addressing in this lesson. Your materials need to be listed. After teaching the lesson, what do you think went well? And what do you think could be improved? If you have any questions over this, please ask me. I want you to learn as much as you can about each of these elements of the balanced literacy framework. Thank you.